Alright guys, BLM here, back with more Minecraft Story Mode, continuing on from where we left off. We're in the middle of episode 4, so let's go. Yeah, we're also going to continue on with the Power Rangers Survivor Series Season 3. Really been rushing through this series, but we are at the final 8 of Season 3. The remaining people are Antonio Garcia, Gemma, Angela Fairweather, Tommy Oliver, Eric Myers, Zach Taylor, Cal Maxwell, and Alyssa Enrile. And yeah, I mean, the last boot was Kira Ford, who went home due to being the second command pretty much to Tom, and due to me having more connections. So here we are at 8. Final immunity at 8 is the House of Cards challenge. I mean, out of the people left, I feel like this is a Cal challenge. I feel like I could definitely see Cal doing well at this. Alyssa, Zach, Eric, Tommy, Fairweather, maybe. I could see Fairweather doing well. Gemma, I think Gemma's another one that I could see doing well at this. Really well at this. Let's give Gemma the win. This is what
Are we there yet?
Not much further
because, like, we've been keeping Tommy around because Tommy does have more connections. But is now the time that you actually get rid of Tommy? Because I mean, the way the alliances are right now, we have Antonio Garcia and Gemma together. We have Fairweather kind of on her own. We have Tommy and Eric as like the remainder of the. We have Zach, who's kind of on his own. We have Cal as the remainder of his alliance. We really have just a complete clusterfuck, really. I mean, we have Zach. I mean, I think Zach. I don't think Tommy's really super down with Eric at this point. I think he's more so in with Zach. I think Alyssa and Eric can reconvene here. I think this is going to be a very fluid situation here. Where, again, I think Cal is kind of just on his own. I could see him being with Antonio and Gemma. I feel like that maybe that's a group there. I feel like Fairweather is just kind of on her own. I feel like if she joins up with I think maybe Tommy and Zach agree Eric with everyone else, but then I think maybe they kind of realize that maybe Zach is a threat now. We need to get rid of Zach. So I think instead Zach being super close to Tommy. So I think instead go for Zach. And I feel like Zach is the boot here. That's kind of what I'm thinking right now. I think we got Cal, Alyssa. I think Eric votes for Zach to save his life. I think Angela, Fairweather, I think Antonio, and I think we got Gemma voting for Zach.
I am telling you, we cannot go to the far lands.
I think Tommy had a pretty good run early on, but now he's been on the outs for 3 votes in a row. Not great.
No, they are perilous and unpredictable.
So there we go.
Noise, floating
Zach,
points. These are not matters to be toyed with.
You know, I think
or again, Tommy's been on the outs for the last 3 votes. Not really in a great spot right now. I think Eric is ready to get rid of him now. I think Antonio and Gemma and Cal, they're probably ready. I think Tommy's in a bad spot. I think he goes probably if he does not win immunity. What is immunity? Castaway stood on a pole in the water, lowered a bucket to get water to fill a bamboo chute, which raised the key after retrieving the key of the old back on shore and unlock puzzle pieces. First solve the puzzle wins.
This isn't the time. Swamps are too
This is a very difficult puzzle. This is a brutal puzzle. I mean, mind you, Nick seemed the below the season of
my stomach.
Let's look around.
But yeah, I feel like Cal could win this. I feel like this is a Cal challenge at this point. I feel like Cal's the biggest puzzle maker left.
The far lands are just beyond this swamp.
I think he's like the perfect blend of physical and mental. Who's left? I think Cal wins immunity. Like, I think he's kind of like a Spencer from Kagenon in that way. This challenge that Spencer won. This is actually the one they lost, and this is where he went home. But either way, I mean, whatever. Anyway, yeah, Cal wins immunity, and with Cal winning immunity here, again, I just feel like this is a pretty bad spot for Tommy. I think this is where they agree it's time to get rid of Tommy. I think you got Fairweather. I think you got Eric. Oh, that's enough. I think Gemma and Antonio are kind of more hesitant to vote him out. But I feel like you gotta vote him out, right? I think you gotta vote Tommy, and probably goes for Eric again. Only shot. Yeah. Tommy is the boot here, which is a shame, but he had to go. Again, he's gonna be on All Stars. It doesn't matter. I think he's pretty much a lock. Pretty much. Again, not guaranteed. I mean, but I'm pretty sure he's a lock. I'll be surprised if he isn't on All Stars. Okay. What are we doing right here? So here we are at Final 6 now. Final 6 immunity. We're in the finale of Game Changers. Giant maze. Retrieve 3 packs.
Potato?
Solve the
You're coming with me. It's not
Again,
much,
I think
but
Cal.
it'll help.
I wouldn't be surprised if Eric did well at this either. I mean, I think Gemma. Is Cal gonna run this game now? Is Cal really gonna be the guy here that runs this game? I could see that happening at this point. Yeah, I think Cal pretty much end game challenges here compared to the rest of the field. Where like I feel like someone like Eric is, but not super great at the mental. I feel like some of these other people are like I feel like Gemma and Fairweather are pretty good at the mental part, not super physical.
They say that.
But I feel like Cal wins this immunity, and if that's true,
I should probably take what I have back to the group.
again, I do think he loses next immunity, so I think that might be the time to get rid of him. But yeah, I mean, Cal wins immunity, and I mean, who do they go after? I mean, that's the thing. Like, I think they're after Eric, right? I feel like you gotta get rid of Eric at this point. So I think we got Fairweather, Gemma, Antonio, and Cal vote for Eric.
Look,
Eric and Alyssa.
cake.
They probably go for Antonio.
It isn't worth it, Jesse. Witches hate
yeah.
trespassers. Besides, there are plenty of potatoes
Do you go
around.
for Antonio or go for Gemma? To be honest, I think Gemma's probably a bigger threat, but I also think she's more of a
Jesse,
goat at
we
the final
shouldn't be
tribal
here.
due to her just being
Witches are
fucking
very
annoying.
strong, and they know these swamps far better than I.
Nah, we'll
Let's
skip that.
get out of here.
Good idea.
So there we go. Eric is the boot here, and we're left with a kind of a random group of people at
Jesse,
this point, aren't we?
Did you find any food?
Like we're left with Antonio, Gemma, Fairweather, Cal, and Alyssa.
We saw her creeping.
And again,
up the
coming into
slope.
the merge, I mean,
She's
with the
here.
exception of Antonio and Gemma, these other three were like really on their own, kind of into the merge. I mean, not really. I mean, Cal, I guess, had some people, but they were like taken out pretty early. But like, I mean, definitely Weather and Alyssa, they were really on their own. Oh, can we do that? Ah, fuck. Oh, I guess we can't do that. Okay. What are we doing here? Oh. What are we doing? What the fuck is going on? What a weird thing. Okay. Final five. Final five immunity. Maneuver a ball. I think this is Gemma. I think Gemma wins this. Or Fairweather,
Witches
to be honest.
and
I think Fairweather
skeletons?
could win too.
That's a deadly combination.
Fairweather's the only, yeah,
Potions
Fairweather's the only
combined
person to
with
not
their
get any
arrows?
votes so far.
Oh, we'll all be killed. We can't win this.
The Farlands are just past the swamp.
But they've seen us. They'll
I
just
think-
follow us.
I think Gemma wins immunity here.
Rest of you, go!
Which,
I'll hold them off.
if that's the case,
Or no.
I mean,
There's no time to argue.
this is where it gets
Just
tough.
head
Because
for the
I
corner
feel
of the
like,
glitch wall.
The what wall?
Hey, you witch! You're
I
not
feel
the
like
only one
Cal-
who can draw a potion.
yeah, I feel like Cal's like the clear guy you gotta get rid of at this point. But I feel like at the same time, he's kind of the scapegoat here, to a degree. The thing is, I think Gemma and Antonio are together. I think they're a pretty clear duo.
Guys,
I think we
And
lost
it's
him.
like, do you really want that duo in the final 3? I don't think you do. But I also think, I think
You
if
lost
Cal
him
gets
for
that final 4
WoW?
challenge, I think he
What is
wins
that?
this challenge. Cause like, I think he's in the final 3.
Wow.
But yeah, I think you vote on Antonio. I think
It's
you kind of
like we're
have
at
to
the
at this
edge of
point.
the
Again, I think
world.
he's,
Actually, we seem to be at
again,
the
he's part of a
corner.
duo. You kind of have to get rid of that
Welcome
duo.
to the far lands, my friend.
So I think they vote for, yeah, I think 3 votes for Antonio there, Alyssa, Cal, and
I feel a
Fairweather.
lot better about going into this
And
crazy
really, I guess
wall
technically,
thingy
wouldn't
if I
Alyssa
wasn't
be the
still
swing vote?
hungry.
But at least Jesse found those potatoes.
That might be the saddest sentence ever uttered.
Which, I mean, if that's the case, maybe she does vote out Cal. Does she have much of a relationship with him?
By the
Not
side,
really.
isn't
I mean,
it?
I'm looking at, I
Stretching
don't know. I
skyward
mean,
in all its glory.
I
So,
kind of
have you
feel
been
like
here before?
Not here specifically, but I have visited
maybe
the
she does vote for
Farlands.
Cal.
The order traveled far
Maybe they all
and
vote
wide
for
during
Cal. I
my
don't know.
stay.
I feel like this is a tough thing.
Incredible.
You can say that again.
Incredible.
My fault. Should have seen that coming.
Doesn't seem as scary as I imagined it.
A little fear is healthy sometimes, Jesse. Whatever Ivor's hiding in here, it will be extremely well guarded.
Yeah, I kind of think it's I think Cal goes. I think it's 4-1. I just don't see how you can. I
This
mean, but then
way.
again, it is tough because again, you
I'd
do
feel
gotta
better
get
about
rid of
this if
this
the rest of our
trio.
group
I mean,
was
you gotta
with
get
us.
rid of this duo at the same time.
Come
I don't
on.
know. I mean, I think you gotta get rid of the duo. I mean, but then again, if you're Alyssa though, do you though? Because if you're Alyssa, that pretty much leaves Fairweather. So essentially, all you gotta do is just make sure Fairweather
this
doesn't win.
A maze?
It would appear so. A massive one
I feel like
looks
Cal
of it.
goes. I think 3-2. I think
Ivor
Fairweather
used the command block
tries
to
to vote
build
out
this.
Antonio
It
because I feel like that
holds
only makes sense.
unspeakable
For
peril.
Fairweather, I
Why
feel
do
like
I
Fairweather
sense that
would
entering
want
this so-called
Antonio to
maze
go.
would
Because
be
it
a
betters her
grave
chance, but
mistake?
I just feel like
Because some
Alyssa.
part of
I
you
feel like
still
for
knows
Alyssa,
Ivor.
it makes sense to get rid of Cal.
Fortunately, this seems to be the only way forward.
There has to
Here we
be
go with the
another
final
way.
immunity challenge. It's
A
the
secret door,
race
or
up a giant
I don't
tower,
know.
collect this series of keys, slide
Some way
down, get
around.
unlock puzzle pieces,
There's no way we're going into some crazy maze that Ivor built to keep
solve a
people
puzzle.
away.
Pretty basic puzzle, so it really
Find
comes down to
some
the
other way
physical
through.
portion, really.
Best decision you've made all
And
day.
I feel like because of that, I think this is an Antonio challenge. I feel like Antonio finally win. Oh no, he did win immunity before. But anyway, I feel like he wins this challenge. Again, I feel like this was a lock Cal win if Cal was still here. But he. I feel like because of that, I feel like Antonio wins. With Antonio winning immunity here,
Ivor
again,
needs to
with
take better
Gemma
care of this place.
having immunity, with Gemma being there as well, it's really a question of does I think it's Fairweather that's on the bubble here with I think she's getting Antonio and Gemma's votes. It's just a matter of what does Alyssa want to do, and I feel like she would want to vote out Fairweather. I don't know. I mean, would she? I mean, I don't know. This is kind of tough. Does she want to vote out Fairweather? Obviously, Fairweather's voting for Gemma. It really comes down to Alyssa on where she wants to go here. I feel like we gotta vote out
Flowers,
Fairweather.
no trees.
3-1.
It's a Farlands thing.
Fairweather is the boot. And here we go. Because the thing is, I mean, Gemma and Antonio obviously are a duo, and because of that, they might split votes. I feel like Alyssa would definitely want to go to the end of that. That, and also, I feel like she has a better relationship with, like, she's been with Gemma and Antonio for longer than Fairweather. She was actually never with Fairweather at all until the merge. I don't know, I feel like it's a better shot for her to win against Antonio and Gemma. We'll see, though. Again, we'll see how these votes play out. So here we go. Final 3. Alyssa and Relay, Antonio Garcia, and Gemma. So here we go. We got the first vote from Nick. And I don't know. I think that's a tough one, to be honest. I don't think that's definitely not one that's easy to make there. I'm kind of leaning towards Antonio for that. I'm not sure, though. I think that's a tough one. Chase, kind of the same thing, and kind of the same thing with Hunter. I think those are going to be pretty important votes later on, but I think for right now, it's kind of hard to make that call. I think we got Tate. Sky Tate, I mean, Tate. Sky Tate. I'm thinking Gemma.
Guys,
Though, again, I don't think that's a lock. A lot of these votes are just really just up in the air. Like, I think Zach is another one that's kind of up in the air. I don't know. A lot of these votes are just really all over the place. I really don't know where any of these are.
That worked, I suppose.
Yeah, I
Eric,
guess.
I feel like Eric is a vote for Alyssa. I think that's pretty much the only lock vote here,
But
really.
now what do we do? We're all separated.
I think Cal is really all over the place. I think
Let's
Angela
just head that way
is
and
pretty
find a
all
place
over
where
the
the paths
place.
connect.
I just don't think there's really many
Sure,
locked
they don't get
votes
lost
here.
in there.
I think I could see
I don't get lost in there.
Fairweather being a Gemma vote. I could see that being the case. Actually, maybe she could vote for Alyssa too. This is a tough one. I feel like this final three doesn't really. They don't really have many relationships. There's enough ones. Again, I think if it was a jury, I feel like Alyssa would have more than Garcia. I feel like Alyssa would kind of look at as like the Denise situation, where like and Gemma are kind of like the Scoopin and Lisa, where they were the ones in control of a lot of these votes. They're also the ones that the jury blames for a lot of these votes, and kind of are looked at as the ones that were dragged along. Yeah, I don't know. Again, I think this is a tough thing here. Again, I think the only lock vote here is from Eric. I think all the other ones are really in flux, and you know, I think I think that's something. And Fairweather. Let's get Fairweather to Gemma. So there we go. We got 1-1-1. That's the vote total right now. I think this is gonna be a really close vote. I think this is gonna be a bit of a clusterfuck. Where are we trying to go? Alright, we got Tommy. I don't know, that's tough. I can see Tommy going for Antonio. Because again, Antonio and Gemma were the last two to get on board with getting rid of him. He was never really close to Alyssa within the game. Though, I feel like if this was real life, I feel like maybe they would more so get along. But I do feel like within this game, I do feel like Tommy was more of a Gemma and Antonio person. So it's just a matter of which one. And in that case, I don't really know. I'm kind of thinking Antonio. I don't know, though. It's really tough. This is a really tough final three. Zach. You know, I think Zach is in Antonio. But I do think that's the case. I think Kira is Alyssa vote. I could see Alyssa and Kira getting along. I don't know, though. I mean, her and Gemma were actually together for a long time. So, this is a clusterfuck of votes. 3 votes Antonio, 2 votes Gemma, 2 votes Alyssa. Sky. Oof, I don't know. It's just a tough vote. I mean, it's really gonna come down to Hunter, Chase, and Nick, I feel like. And to be honest, I'm kind of thinking that... I think Hunter is an Alyssa vote. Hunter was with Alyssa the entire time. Never really had much of a relationship with Antonio or Gemma. So, I think he's an Alyssa vote. Chase... It's tough with Chase. I could see Chase being an Antonio vote. I could see him being an Alyssa vote. I don't think that one's that one's that. Whatever. I think Nick is an Alyssa vote. I think Nick is an Alyssa vote. Let's just give Antonio Chase's vote to Antonio. So that's 4-3-2. Okay. I think Antonio wins then. The Sky. It's like even if he votes for Alyssa. It's a 4-4-2, and then tiebreaker is Gemma, who probably votes for Antonio. Maybe? Or maybe we just give the Alyssa vote to Chase. I mean, give Chase's vote to Alyssa. Yeah, I don't think it's definitely a lock or by any means to Antonio. And it's tough because a lot of these tribes didn't go to tribe. Because the tough thing here is with this red tribe, with the 2 members from the red tribe being Alyssa and Antonio, never went to tribal. I mean, barely went to tribal. Like, Alyssa only went to tribal once before it merged. It's really tough to get these, like, pre-merge dynamics. Thing is, I think Fairweather, even though I said she's a Gemma vote, I do think she would vote for Alyssa over Antonio. Like, I don't think she would want Antonio to win.
Shoot! You have got to be kidding me.
And then, who was the other Gemma vote? The other Gemma vote was Kira. I feel like these people votes are Alyssa votes as well. But then again, I think I have Sky listed as a Alyssa vote right now, and to be honest, I think I don't see him going for Antonio. I don't see him go for Antonio. I think he can go for Gemma, but I don't see him going for Antonio. Doesn't mean that Alyssa wins 6-4, but again, I feel like this is such a clusterfuck of a vote that I really want to go through this again. Yeah, I think Nick is a Alyssa vote. I think. Yeah, I don't see Nick and Antonio getting along. I feel like that doesn't seem like a duo. Oh, fuck off. Where are we going? Again, I know this is a maze, but... Like, I feel like that's a pretty clear to me. I think that's a Alyssa vote. We got Chase. I could see Chase and Antonio getting along. Let's actually look up Chase just to make sure, because to be honest, Chase is one of those characters that I don't know super well.
This place just gets weirder and weirder.
But I feel like he would get along with, because he's sort of like a, laid back 18-year-old. He wears the right clothes, listens to popular music. What the fuck is this description? Yeah, I mean, I think he's with Antonio. I think he's an Antonio vote. We got Hunter. I don't know about Hunter. I mean, Hunter was with Alyssa the entire time. That's why I have him listed as a Alyssa vote. Again, they didn't really get together at the merge there, but I do think Alyssa, I think if the votes were there, I think she would have gone with that Nick group. So, I mean, but just the votes weren't even close to being there, so it's like she had to vote the other way. I think Hunter is an Alyssa vote. We got Sky Tate. Again, Sky Tate's one of those that's like, it really is up in the air. I mean, he was with Alyssa, he wasn't with any of them pre-merge with the exception of Gemma, and that was only at the last second. Like, that was only, not at the last second, that was only on the first tribe. What the fuck? Where are we? Like, could we look at this from a different angle, please? Am I going in the same spot? I feel like I am. Okay, so, like, he could be a Gemma vote. But is a Gemma vote a wasted vote? I don't know. I feel like that's kind of a tough one. Like, again, I don't think he votes for... I don't think he votes for Antonio. I just do not see him and Antonio getting along. And I think also considering Sky's closest ally... Fuck. I think considering Sky's closest ally... fuck. But I think considering Sky's closest ally was Eric, who I said is one of the only locked Alyssa votes, I think he goes for Alyssa. I think that's something. We get Kira Ford, who again, I think this is a tough one. But again, I don't see her going for Antonio. I don't feel like she would. I don't know though. I mean, yeah, I don't see her going for Antonio. Because I was gonna say like Antonio and Trent could be kind of similar, but no, they're not. They really aren't. Trent's more of a laid-back sort of guy. I mean, Antonio's more hyper, super active sort of guy. I see her going for Alyssa or Gemma. And I feel like considering like Eric and Tate are also going for Alyssa, I feel like they go for Alyssa. We got Zach. I think Zach is Antonio vote. I think that's pretty clear to me. We got Tommy. I think Tommy. I mean, I have him listed as an Antonio vote, but actually now that I think about it, the rest of his alliance is going for Alyssa. So I mean, I could see him going for Alyssa as well. I think him and Alyssa would get along. It's just I kind of saw. Yeah, let's give him the vote. Let's give him the vote, actually. Or give her the vote. Wait, where are we going? Whatever. No, actually, let's give Antonio's vote. Yeah, Eric, I think, is a lock Alyssa vote. Cal. I think Cal's a tough one. I have him listed as Antonio. I think that's about right. I think that's close, though. But then again, I mean, Cal was, on the chopping block pre-merge. It was Alyssa that saved him. So I mean, maybe he goes for Alyssa. But I feel like him and Antonio would definitely get along really well, though. I feel like that's something. But I mean, yeah, Alyssa saved him. But I mean, Alyssa saved him, but also was the swing vote to get him out as well. So I feel like I think he kind of evens out. I think he goes for Antonio. And last vote is from Angela Fairweather, which again I think is a 100% not an Antonio vote. So I think she votes for Alyssa. So Alyssa does win 6-4. So I think Alyssa wins. There we go. 6-4-0. Alyssa is the winner. So Gemma gets no votes. Again, I do feel like if Gemma had more of a shot, I do think she had people that were willing to vote for her. But I just don't think that she really had a shot. So I think just a lot of people, like a couple people, just didn't even bother. But again, I think like Fairweather was probably closer to Gemma. I think people like whoever else. Well, there we go. We're done with season 3. That took a while. That actually took way too long. Like we spent what 30? Yeah, we're almost 30 minutes in now. And next up will be season 4. I don't know if I'll start it tonight. I mean, I'm probably gonna stop recording soon. I don't know if this is the last one or I'll only do one more. I don't know. I'm kind of getting exhausted from playing this, to be honest. But I'll go over to tribes, I guess. Where the fuck are we going? Yeah, I don't even know where we're supposed to be going. That's the thing. It's like I feel like this would be so much easier if I knew where I was going. Am I going there? I feel like I'm so lost. Wait, this is where we were going. We were going the right way during this, right? Yeah. Okay. So whatever. So yeah, season 4 of the Power Rangers Survivor Series. So the tribes are, we got Blake Bradley, the Navy Ranger, Thunder Ranger from Ninja Storm. We got Bridge Carson, the Green Ranger who turned into the Blue Ranger, and then the Red Ranger from SPD. We got Commander Stanton from Lost Galaxy. We got Corcus, who is the Black Ranger? I don't remember. He's the Black Ranger, right? I couldn't tell you a single thing about Corcus. I'm pretty sure he's going to be the first boot. I cannot tell you a single thing about him. Black Ranger from Black Alien Ranger. Yeah. He is the quietest member of the group, often looking in the background, but he fights with extreme ferocity. That's literally his character description. Yeah. I can tell you anything. I can't tell you anything about that. Like, really. Corcus is going to be gone. If I didn't have the rule that I was going to use every Power Ranger, like, Corcus would not even be on this cast. Then we got Fran from Jungle Fury. We got Madison Roca from Mystic Force, the Blue Mystic Force Ranger. We got Mentor G, the fucking asshole from that one series that I can't think of.
What's that?
Oh, here we go. From Samurai. We got Rocky DeSantos from Mighty Morphin. We got Shelby Watkins from Dino Charge. And then we got Trent Fernandez Mercer from Dino Thunder. That's the Red Tribe. Who is the White Ranger, obviously. And Shelby Watkins is the Pink
I
Dino
don't see a way
Charge
across.
Ranger. Rocky DeSantos, obviously, is the second Red Mighty Morphin Power Ranger. And Blue Zeo Ranger. And that's it, right? Yeah. So yeah. Then on the Blue Tribe, we have Captain Mitchell from Lost Galaxy. Not Lost Galaxy, from Lightspeed Rescue.
Looks like Ivor kept some redstone dust handy.
Yeah, whatever. I can't think of. I'm brain dead at this point, to be honest. We got Colonel Mason Truman, the father of Scott Truman, the Red Ranger from
Redstone
RPM.
blocks, some
We got Haley Foster,
Wonder
who
what this thing's
is
supposed to be.
the White Ninja Steel Ranger
Anyone?
and the
Lydia,
girlfriend of Cal.
Is that you?
Jesse.
We
There you
got
are.
Kelly Holloway.
I thought I'd never find you. All those dead ends
Alright,
back
we
there.
got Kelly Holloway
Oh,
from
glad to see you guys.
Ninja Storm.
Us too.
She's the owner
I
of the
thought
dirt
Ruben and I
bike
would be
shop,
lost in
right?
here
That's
forever.
Kelly Holloway. I'm pretty sure, right?
This
Yeah,
maze?
that's the one.
We
yeah.
don't have time
Okay.
for this.
We got Mac Hartford, the Red Ranger from Operation
Who even knows
Overdrive.
where the others are by now?
What they call themselves? I just
Clock's
realized that.
ticking here,
What they
Jesse.
call themselves, like
We're lost
the
in
Operation
some
Overdrive
elaborate
Rangers.
Well, at
Is it
least
Red
we're back
Overdrive
together.
Ranger? Is that what they call
Yes,
this? I have
the
no
Dream
fucking
Team,
clue.
Reunited.
I don't remember.
Now the Dream Team's just got to find a way across this gaping bottomless pit.
What they call themselves?
What about this thing?
Oh,
Could
they
it
just
get
said
us across?
Overdrive Red Ranger. Red Overdrive Ranger. Okay,
Some
that is
kind
the
of
official
flying
title. Okay.
barge. It would probably get us to the
Yeah.
other
Then we
side.
got Merrick Balaton,
It's really
whatever.
complicated.
The Silver
You can
Ranger
fix
or
it
the
though,
Wolf
right?
Ranger, whatever
I
they
don't
want to
know.
call them. From
It's out of my
all
league.
four star. I'm getting up here. I feel like I'm starting to lose it. What the
Wish
fuck?
I'd had more time to
I've
study
been
the
doing this for way
Heligon.
too long right now.
Come on. I'll help you.
We got
How are
Mr.
you gonna
Collins,
help me when I don't even know where to start?
Wes's father, father from Time Force. We got
This layout doesn't
Orion,
make any sense. What was
the
Ivor
Silver
thinking?
Ranger from that shit series, Megaforce. Actually, technically, he's from Super Megaforce.
Well, maybe it's
We
just
got,
me.
I mentioned this earlier, one of my
mean,
favorite
Elagard
characters in the
himself
entire
said
series.
I
We
don't
got
have what it
TJ
takes to be a
Johnson
great engineer.
from
She was
Turbo
right,
and
I
in
just can't
Space.
hack it.
And last but not least, maybe
might as well
least,
be a
I don't know. We
carrot.
got Trini Kwan
Who cares what she
from
said?
I do.
Mighty Morphin.
She
not
was
my
the
favorite
greatest
character.
redstone engineer ever.
Like, I think Trini is
She
probably
was
the
in
most
the Order of the
boring,
Stone.
one of the most boring
Sure,
characters in Power
the
Rangers.
Order of
I mean,
the Stone.
at least from the
Just like
earlier
us.
on.
Right.
I mean, to be honest,
Just
Rocky's
like
not
us.
great either.
I mean, how are we the
To be
ones
honest,
saving the
no,
world
actually, a
when
lot of
even
these
they don't have
the
what
more I
it
think,
takes? Soren and Ivor
Mighty
were
Morphin.
always at
I've
each
always
other's
been
throats.
under the
The
mindset that
greatest
Mighty
warrior
Morphin's a
in
very
history
overrated
doesn't remember his
series.
own name. All I ever see Magnus do is argue.
Yeah,
We
and
both
to be
know
honest,
what
like, I
happened.
don't know. I never liked Mighty Morphin as much as other people. Again, I talked about my season rankings earlier, and like seasons 1 and 2 of Mighty Morphin are pretty
The
low
Order
for
can't do
me.
this.
They're both towards
How
the
are we
bottom.
supposed
Season 3 is a bit higher. I really liked season 3,
How are
but
we supposed to do anything? We're nobody.
well, yeah, whatever.
Order of the nothing.
All I know is the world is depending on us.
And maybe the world is in trouble. I mean, they defeated an Ender Dragon. Can you name even one thing we've done right? And I don't mean managing to stay alive. Something that actually matters.
Well, for starters,
I don't fucking
we're
care.
the
Like,
ones who
again,
brought
this
them back
game's
together
story, I
again.
really don't care
you and I
about.
found Elagard together. We both played a role with Soren.
Yeah, I suppose that's true. All right. I'll try it one more time. Wait a second. I think I see what he was trying to do. Jesse, Take this piston, craft it into a sticky piston, then place it on the other side of the barge, along with a redstone block. You got all that?
I think so.
Alright, we'll end the episode here. Next episode we'll continue on, but for now, thank you for watching.